What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Diction. Welcome back to another COD mode video. So today we're going to be discussing one of the buffs that came for Season 10. So yes, I've been wanting to make a video on a lot of the buffs like I promised. And one of them that I did want to make, and it kind of makes a lot of sense given the state of this game right now, the DRH. So yes, the DRH did receive a pretty hefty buff for Season 10, and for a very good reason. Obviously, as you guys know, the Kurohana crate actually, I guess the leaks of that crate actually did say that the DRH is going to be the one that will receive the legendary skin. For all those people who grinded out ranked for these past 6 seasons, or I guess these 6 ranked seasons, and yeah, anyone who did that is going to be getting that special legendary skin for the DRH. And of course, this might actually explain why this gun got a massive buff. So I'm a little pooped at the moment. I'm just a little tired out, you know, it's been a long fucking day. But I did manage to get some good gameplay of the DRH. I had some previously, but all of it accidentally got deleted for some reason on Elgato. So unfortunately, I had to re-record everything. I did that for the PPSH. I did that for this gun as well. I had the Wicked Claw. So if you guys see a thumbnail of that, I'm sorry. It is what it is. But yes, let's talk about the DRH for a little bit here. So when the patch notes came out, I did see that, and I was actually quite a bit surprised because for me personally, you know, every time I did use the DRH, I've always considered it to be a pretty above average weapon. Even nowadays, you know, they made multiple buffs within this past year and the year before that, making it a lot stronger, a lot more proficient with its 3-shot damage, as well as making a lot of adjustments to bullet impact and also to the OTM mags. And for a very long time, the DRH, kind of like how it was with the HVK, was always defined by the OTM mag. If you used, let's say, the 30-round regular mag or the 38-round mag, you were basically at a disadvantage with the gun. You weren't using the weapon at its best potential. So a lot of people did prefer either using the 25-round OTM mag or the 30-round OTM mag. I don't understand how people could use the 25-round. I think the 30-round is way better given that it gives you like bullet impact. But something that I do have to mention, they did make a change to one of the OTM mags. I believe it was the 25-round OTM mag, where they basically just deleted all of the downsides. So when you put that mag on, your gun's not going to suffer any movement penalties or any recoil penalties or anything like that. So I guess it incentivizes people to use the 25-round mag more if they don't want any movement downsides. But for the most part, all the changes for this weapon really have to do with its range. So yeah, they did extend the range a little bit more within the first and the third range, the ones where the 3-shot matters, I would say the most, I guess. Well, I mean the third range mainly. But they also increased the chest, I think the upper chest damage, or, you know, one of those multipliers to make it 3-shot better. And the cool thing about this is that given how buff the damage is currently, including with this new addition to the change of the multiplier, you're actually able to rely on actually not using the OTM mag at all. So as you guys can see in the gameplay, I'm literally wrecking these guys with a 38-round mag. Before I get to the mag portion, I do want to discuss something, well, I guess the reason why the multipliers were changed a little bit is because that previously, before this update, for some odd reason, I mean, you know, I've mentioned that some guns do have some weird quirks to it. You know, for example, before this update, the M4 LMG's 40-round mag was actually lighter than the 30-round mag, you know, and then they did fix that and made it faster. We have something like a quirk for this gun as well. For some reason, like after one of the updates that they made to this weapon, for some reason, shooting enemies in the arm was actually a lot more damaging than shooting someone in the chest. I don't know why that was, but it's always been one of those things that, I mean, it didn't bother me, but it kind of felt a little off. Especially when you think about the human anatomy. I mean, like, yeah, people get shot in the arms all the fucking time, but it's never really fatal unless they, of course, they hit an artery. But, you know, usually arms aren't really a vital organ. It's usually the chest, you know, where your heart is, where your lungs are, all that stuff. But for some reason, it was more deadlier if they shot you in the arms. But yeah, back to the mag thing. You know, using the 38-round mag or just using the 30-round regular mag, I mean, they're absolutely amazing options at this point because of how high the damage is for the gun. And the fact that you could just I think honestly, I would say that naturally the DRH might have one of the longest 3-shot range. And keep in mind, with most 3-shot weapons, they're usually heavy ones. You know, the EM2 is pretty light for the most part, but you know, if you think of like the Man of War, or maybe even the Odin, you know, other 3-shot weapons, like even the ASM-10, I mean, they're not as fast as the DRH. So when you do use this weapon, I mean, you have a lot more freedom to have like, you know, no stock or maybe a monolithic suppressor, you know, like keep a very light build without having to lose too much range. And if anything, like you could still 3-shot if you're not using any sort of like range extending attachments, you could still basically 3-shot over 25 meters. And this is without the OTM mag. Of course, with the OTM mag, I think it might extend the 3-shot range a little bit further. Like maybe, I don't know, a good estimate would probably up to like 35 plus meters, maybe 40 meters. But again, I mean, if you're playing multiplayer, I don't really think you have to rely on that much range boosting in order to, you know, 3-shot consistently with this weapon. Most maps are, you know, mid-range, not, you know, really that far range, like if it's isolated or something. But yeah, I mean, this gun no longer requires you to use an OTM mag for it to be good. The only real time I could really think of, you know, using the OTM mag is maybe if I want to have the bullet impact benefits. I mean, it does increase it pretty significantly, but again, I mean, bullet impact doesn't really impact the enemy player that often, unless like they're maybe using an SMG and they're being hit with an Odin at the same time. But yeah, flinch has kind of become more or less irrelevant. But anyways, here is the class setup that I do have for you guys. Monolithic suppressor, no stock, OWC laser tactical, 38 round extended mag, as well as the granulated grip tape. So yeah, feel free to try this out if you so desire. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe for some more COD Mobile content, and I'll see you guys next time.